Hi everybody, welcome back to my mom's recipe box. I'm so glad you're here with us today because we are getting into the Thanksgiving season. It's the end of October here, it's like the 27th when I'm filming this, which means we have less than a month, you guys, before the big day. Now this year with the pandemic and everything that's going on, who knows what Thanksgiving's going to look like. Maybe you're not having a lot of people over, maybe you're not traveling to your families this year. Maybe it's just going to be one or two of you or three of you together. In this house, I don't even know what's happening. Are we going to have one or two people come over? Is it just going to be Mark and me? Which, that's fine too, because we've got the cats and we've got the dog and, that'll be fine. So whatever your situation is, what I'm going to be doing over the next couple weeks is just making some dishes that we have traditionally had on our Thanksgiving table. And when I say we, I mean Mark and me since we've become vegetarian. So of course, like, we're not making turkey, we're not making stuffing that comes from a turkey, we're not making a lot of those traditional Thanksgiving things. But we are going to take some things that are traditional and make them vegetarian, and then we're just going to do more seasonal ingredients that you can put on your Thanksgiving table that don't have anything to do with turkey. Okay? So today we're going to be making Bundt Pan Stuffing. And we've been making this for this will be our 5th year making it. And we really like it because it has a lot of flavor. It makes a nice presentation because we're making it in a Bundt pan. So it's kind of fancy when it comes out, and it doesn't have any meat. Okay? So what you're going to need for this recipe is, first of all, a nice loaf of French bread or Italian or whatever kind of bread you like. We're also going to be using, if you come over here, babe, some celery, carrot, onion, and garlic. We've got some vegetable stock here. We're going to be using a few eggs, and then we're going to be using this seasoning blends. And what I'm going to be using today is a cube of Maggi, also some fresh ground pepper, some poultry seasoning, some thyme, and some marjoram. Okay, and that's what's in here. And so the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to saute the vegetables in a stick of butter. Yum! And so once we do that, then we're going to add the spices, then we're going to cut up the bread, and then we're going to put everything together and put it in the oven in our Bundt pan. So we have a spectacular looking side dish, Bundt Pan Stuffing. So come on back. Welcome back, guys. So the vegetables have been cooking for about 10 minutes now, and I just want to show you how nice and soft they are. Okay, see that? You've still got some melted butter in the pan there, and they smell great, and they don't even have any seasoning in them, okay? So what we're gonna do right now is we are gonna put the seasoning in, and I've already cut the heat to off. I'm letting them cool down a little bit. So we're gonna put our seasoning in, and just a quick recap, this is Maggi, freshly ground black pepper, marjoram, poultry seasoning, and a little bit of thyme, okay? And I'll put all that down below for you. Okay, so we're just going to dump all that in and give it a stir. Crush up that Maggi. Okay. All right. Now, if you can believe it, it smells even better. Okay, so we got our vegetables and we got our spices and seasonings mixed in there. So the next thing I'm going to put in here is our loaf of bread. And what I did while the vegetables were sauteing, I just cut them up into cubes, okay? And we're just going to dump all those in there. And just give it a little toss. Okay, there we go. Get everything mixed up in there. All right. Now, one step you can do if you have a loaf of bread that's a little bit softer than this is very crusty, okay? If you have a softer loaf of bread, what you can do is cut it into cubes, and you can lay it on a cookie sheet and put it in the oven for about 10 minutes at 375 and get it a little toasty. Just a little extra step if you want to, okay? Not necessary. But speaking of the oven and preheating, we do need to preheat our oven right now to 375. That's what our stuffing is going to cook at, okay? All right, so this is kind of tossed, and the next thing we're going to do here is we're going to take 2 cups of vegetable stock. 2 cups of vegetable stock, and we're going to pour it right in here. Okay. There you go. And the next thing we're going to put in is 4 large eggs, and I'm going to beat these up. Okay, we're going to put that in too. Okay. And we're going to get this all mixed up in here. Okay. All right. And you'll see that this is very wet. And that's fine because your bread is going to soak up all of this liquid while you are baking. Okay, so I just want to make sure that everything is wet. All my bread is coated with this vegetable stock, vegetable egg mixture with all the seasoning in it. Okay, now I did not add any extra salt to the stuffing because the Maggi is salty. If you don't have Maggi, you're going to need to add some salt. Okay, I would say a couple of teaspoons of salt. Adjust it to your taste, of course. Okay, so there we go. That is our stuffing. So we're going to take our Bundt pan here, and I have buttered the Bundt pan. If you don't want to butter it, you probably need to spray it. This is a non-stick Bundt pan, but you know, come on. You still have to put something in there to keep it from sticking. And this is a pretty heavy Bundt pan. I'll tell you that last year when we had Thanksgiving, I made this stuffing in my cheap Bundt pan, my cheap non-stick Bundt pan that I got at the grocery store. Guys, don't make the same mistake I did. That Bundt pan was a piece of garbage, and the lining of the Bundt pan actually came off in the stuffing. Thanksgiving Day disaster, but it was averted. I won't tell you how. All cooks have to have their secrets. Okay guys, so what I'm going to do here is I am going to put this stuffing in this Bundt pan without spilling it all over the stove. That's my, that's what I'm trying anyway. Okay, so I do have my dog at the ready just in case some of it falls on the floor. Okay, so it's okay, you can just put it all in like one side and then move it around. Just be careful. Okay, this is a little bit warm. And the last thing you want to be doing when you're trying to cook a Thanksgiving meal is cleaning up a disaster in your kitchen. Okay, so we get this all in. All right. Make sure you got all your liquid in there because you're going to need it. Okay. Now we're just going to move it around. Gonna get it, you know. Now if it doesn't seem like it's wet enough for you, remember that you do have some wet in the bottom. If you press down on your stuffing with the back of your spoon and you can see that moisture coming up, that's what you want. Okay, so we're just going to press this down. Press, press, press. Okay. All right. Now this is ready to go in a 375-degree oven. And it's gonna cook for between 45 and 50 minutes. Okay? So we are gonna press all this down. And then we're gonna get this in the oven. And when we come back, if we've been living right, this is gonna come out of the Bundt pan and look fabulous. Okay? Come back. Hi everybody, welcome back. It's time for tasting. So we have a little piece of our Bundt pan stuffing here, and we've got our forks. And let's take a taste and see how this turned out. Cheers. good. It tastes like Thanksgiving.
Absolutely. The season started early.
The poultry seasoning, the thyme, the marjoram, it's really good. The Maggi gives it enough salt and seasoning, so you don't need to add extra salt. But again, I know Maggi is sometimes hard to find, so if you can't find it, salt is fine. This will be really good with a nice vegetarian gravy, which we'll be going over in a future episode of my mom's recipe box. But it's very good right on its own.
Absolutely.
And later today, I think we might eat some with some faux chicken patties.
Rape is trying to get it.
Sorry, honey. You can't have any, baby.
Yes, that's
anyways, let's thumbs up from everybody.
2 paws up from Ray.
Thank you so much for coming to another recipe of my mom's recipe box. We really love having you here.
Thank you.
Please remember to like, subscribe, share. And if you want to get new recipes every week, hit that notification bell, okay?
Absolutely.
The recipe ingredients I will put in the description down below. In the meantime, stay safe, you guys. Stay well. Take care.
See you soon.
We love you.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.